own a BMW M140i, you're going to be aware that straight line speed isn't a problem. Handling, on the other hand, is. Currently my car doesn't have any handling mods, and in this video we're going to fix that with some BC Racing Coilovers and some Powerflex rear subframe bushes as well. Links will be in the description for everything that I've put onto the car. Watch to the end because Dane takes me out in his 7.5 Golf R running crazy power.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are at Ignite Performance to get some new bits on the 140i today. We're looking at BC Racing Coilovers, the BR Series. It's going to have adjustable top mounts so I can get the camber on this sitting just right. Also some special gifts from Powerflex. So we've got here rear subframe bush inserts for the front and the rear, and we've got some bushes for the rear diff as well. So it's going to tighten everything up on the rear end of the car because, as you're aware, if you're an owner of a B58, 140, 240, they're very, very squirrely when you're driving them around. So this is Owen. Owner is a part ownership, right? With Dane, is that right?
No, James is part owner.
Oh, right, okay.
I am technician.
I am technician. Sorry, Owen.
Right. So this is Owen. So Owen's the technician that's going to be doing the work on the car today. Tell us a little bit about Ignite Performance.
We are predominantly German VAG BMW specialists. We do Ford as well. We've got a Ford division. We're here today, your 140i. Very nice.
Thank you very much. Yep, she needs some lows and some suspension sorting out on her.
She does. They all do, to be fair. Fit in some BC Racing coilovers. We've got Powerflex Black Series subframe inserts as well. They make a lovely difference.
So these two are Black Series. I think everything's Black Series, to be fair.
Yeah, got front diff inserts. Just sharpens the back end of them up. They need it, to be fair. They're a little bit softer standard. Should make a big difference, we'll see. And
then I can take it round on the Nürburgring and go take it tracking to keep up with your boys 240 over there, maybe.
Maybe.
Just want to say a big shout out to Powerflex for supplying the Black Series bushes for the 140. If you do have a 140i, have a look at the link in the description. I'm going to send a link down there to everything they do for F20, F21, things like that. Check them out. If you're going to take your car on track, it's definitely worth getting these installed on your car. So I don't know if you're aware, obviously these are inserts, so they just go in within the voids of your standard bush, basically, to tighten it all up. And these are the Black Series ones as well, which is going to stiffen it even more over the purple sides.
BC Racing coilovers, obviously you've done it correctly and add them with the adjustable top mounts, camber adjustable top mounts. It makes all the difference when you're trying to dial a setup in. You commented obviously on how short these legs are.
Yeah. That
is pretty much just a BC thing. They're always really short in comparison to Bilsteins and KWs and the likes. They've got such an adjustment in the thread. That thread here, which is your height adjustment, goes right down into there. They're really good, broad, versatile coilovers, to be fair.
At the end of the day, guys, I've gone for these because I wouldn't say they're budget, or they're not budget, they're kind of like in the middle. And obviously I've paid extra to get the adjustable top mounts as well. So it's going to give me the most amount of flexibility when it comes to tuning the car to my liking. So the fronts are now on. Won't be able to obviously see anything, but we've also got some 12mm spacers put on the front as well. Just kind of space out the wheels a little bit, which should make it look a little bit better. Owen's just about to put on the second one on the front, isn't it?
Yeah, this side now. You see going in.
Like a glove.
No problem finding the hole.
I mean, the hole's big enough, so it's fine.
You said it.
Yeah. It's all coming together. After the two fronts are going to be in, then we're going to move on to the rear. Then once the rears are in, then we can start doing the Powerflex bushes. job.
Got to do it properly.
Exactly. Yeah, I like it. I think that's pretty spot on, to be fair.
You've got these little adjusters with a BC coilover. The beauty of them is that they can pop in and out easily. They fit in here. This side's a little bit harder. They just slot straight into the top of the adjusting nut on the damper. They are, I believe, 32-way adjustable, and I generally, safe measure, just like to put them in the middle. So that is 16 clicks now, so that's central. Your rebound adjustment then, that is bang in the middle, and then I like to leave it to the customer then to decide what they want to do. With a Bilstein B16, they're more money, and they've got 10 settings. Like these have got 32, they're 32-way adjustable, which is, you know, a lot of people like that, so.
Oh look, a quick ad break. I'm giving away a 1-year subscription to Carly for one of you guys, along with the actual OBD reader as well. All you got to do is drop a comment below telling me why you want to have the reader, along with a 1-year subscription completely for free. This is why I use Carly personally.
If you're tired of spending a fortune at the main dealer just to find out what's wrong with your car, then this one's for you. Meet Carly, the smart OBD plug-in tool that helps you get dealership level diagnostics right from your phone. All you got to do is plug Carly into your car's OBD port, you connect it to the app, and within a few seconds you can scan your car for any issues, you can decode any fault codes, and even monitor real-time performance of your car. It's going to help you guys check any potential issues that are coming up to help you avoid any costly repairs. Carly also lets you code custom features into your car, for example, folding mirrors automatically, or even unlocking hidden lighting options. I think I did with my last car. I made the halo lights a lot brighter. So all these type of things you can customize via the Carly app. And even if you're going to buy a car, you can plug this in to the vehicle's OBD port and get a free car history check. It's free. Mileage history to make sure there aren't any discrepancies, MOT information, when it was registered, but one of my favorite things is any damage. If it has been reported as having any damage on the car that you guys weren't aware about. There are just so many things you can do, it's crazy.
Carly have kindly given me a discount code for you guys. So first of all, check the link down in the comments. Secondly, the discount code is Blake15, BLAK15. So it's all in the description, check it out. And also remember, as I said at the start of this, you are eligible to get a free dongle and a free 1-year subscription to Carly. All you gotta do, leave a comment below and let me know why you deserve it. All cleaned up, spaces are on. Then we're going to be moving on to the Powerflex. These are inserts. So the inserts, as you can see on here, they do just that. They literally just insert into kind of negative space of the standard bushes. It's going to be nice and easy to fit, and apparently they make one hell of a difference. So I'm looking forward to getting it down, seeing what it's looking like. Apparently it takes about a day or so for the suspension to fully settle. I was going to get it aligned later on today, but I think the best thing to do would probably just to get it home, maybe go and find somewhere tomorrow to get the alignment done. Just at least that way it's got some time to settle and see what it's like.
We've just taken the back bolts out of the subframe. They are behind you with big washers on them.
Yeah.
And then we've got
smack my head on the jab cap.
We've smashed our head on the exhaust.
Yeah.
There's a top insert now which I have inserted into the top of the subframe between the boot floor and the subframe. Then that's the smaller half.
Yeah.
Just takes up the gap in the rubber, and then same again. Then this is the bottom one, which is flat for that big washer to sit against it. To
squeeze against it to keep it in.
Yeah. There is on the top and bottom side. There's a slightly thinner one. Just note which side that goes, which is the thinner ones at the front. That then just literally goes up in the void where the gap where the standard one is, pushes up like so, and then the standard bolt will go back in, and that washer will squish it up then, and when we've bolted the subframe up, it'll sit like so.
So like sandwiched it in there.
Yeah.
So it fills the void.
Yeah, and
stops it from...
Does the job perfectly too. It does make a big difference on these. Here's a smaller piece.
So this is, yeah, this is both pieces that come in the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's extremely easy to fit. I mean, it is literally
anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
If you've got a 140 or a 240 or anything like, I guess, this kind of platform, like F20, F21 and all those kind of ones, these inserts, really easy to install. Massive shout out to Powerflex for the bushes, only the best. Link in the description and get yourself some ordered.
These now little diff carrier bushes for the front of the diff.
Yeah, so this is the box here, so this is what I've got. Have a look at the part number. So front bush insert.
Yeah, the two front little diff carrier bushes. These are inserts again for them. It comes with grease and zinc plated washers, so they won't rust. That just sits against the face of this to help it go in smooth and keep it all flush. They supply grease with it. You should liberally apply this because these are quite tight to get in, and there's a bit of a knack to it. And then you can see I've removed this one. This then, I like to do it with the word Powerflex facing down. Just literally slots into that rubber. It is always tight. You'll get it most of the way in by hand.
Yeah.
And then the zinc plated washer goes under the original bolt, and you just do the bolt up and it'll pull it in flush. Nice. And that is it. That's all there is to it.
So basically, so far, rear subframe, diff, coilovers, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower the car down, and we've had a little look, and the front sits a little bit, maybe a little bit too low for our liking. Rear needs to come down by about 20 mil on the rear, a few mil on the front to make it a little bit higher, and then dial it all in, and then once that's done, then we're ready to rock and roll. And then it's going to be probably tomorrow, I'm going to do tracking. Yeah. So the car is done, the car is off the ramp, it looks fantastic, I'm super happy with it. Yeah, have a little look. So we've gone with 15 mil on the rear, and we've gone with 12s on the front. So expect lint to settle maybe a little bit. Here's the front. Could have probably got away with 15s on the front in terms of spaces. They're going to take it for a little test drive quickly just to make sure that they're happy with their work, and then they'll come back, and then I'm gonna go home.
By the front door because I normally take photos.
What would you do if you just walked it back through the shop? We'd be like, oh shit, something's wrong. Good news or bad news?
Good news, yeah.
Good news?
Yeah.
Alright, sick. See you later, mate.
As we were wrapping up, Dane was going to show me their personal shop car, Golf 7.5R, with a few trick bits, and you can see obviously we're putting some race fuel in it as well. It's running on like like methanol and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, have a look at this.
You don't really need to drive it fast, just listen to the sound of it, you know.
I don't know if you're going to be picking it up in the mics, but you get the turbo going. Woo.
How does it go?
I ain't doing that again. I ain't doing that again. Was it good? Fucking hell. That's nuts. Holy crap. Whoa, okay. Okay, I'm interested to see my reaction to that, because that was fucking nuts. Wow. That is just straight as an arrow, like it just feels mental.
It just sounds crazy as well, doesn't it, when it just comes on.
Holy crap. This is probably the fastest car I've been in.
Huh?
This is probably the fastest car I've been in.
Is it?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're probably, I think it's like E45, E50.
Okay.
Percent ethanol. You know, when you're sort of E70, you know, is when you get the real deal, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of built it for the track, so you can even see that it comes in, you know, turbo comes in quite early, you know? Watch.
That's nuts. That is nuts. What is this like around a track as well then?
Yeah, unfortunately, this video was filmed quite a while ago, but since then, this Golf that I was in at the time went to the Nürburgring with Dane, the team, and Misha, and I'm sure you've seen the video, but unfortunately this was the car that was in the accident. So yeah, luckily everyone's okay. Look forward to seeing the rebuild.
So like, so cool. So that's it, we're done at Ignite Performance. So big shout out to Dane and his team for sorting out the car, much appreciated, very happy with the car.